Hi, my name is Charlee Atkins, founder of LaSweat, and this is Well+Good's Trainer of the Month Club. Today, I'm gonna be leading you through a hip mobility routine that is beginner friendly. So if you're looking to loosen up your hips, but you don't know how to get started, this is the workout for you. Let's go ahead and come down onto the mat on our back. So with both knees bent, I just want you to lift one leg up towards the sky, bend the elbows, plug the triceps into the ground, toe is pulling towards the shin, and you're just going to lift and lower this leg. Now what we're doing here is we're warming up our hips with this moving exercise. As you reach the heel down towards the ground, I want you to also think about reaching the heel as far away from the body as possible while keeping the lower back plugged into the mat. So just lifting and lowering that leg. You should feel your hamstrings starting to get a nice little stretch. Give me two more. So here's one, and then two. Now this next exercise could be a little bit challenging, but I want you to do is pull that same knee in towards your chest. You're gonna lift your hips up and we're just gonna hold this position. So what we're doing is we're targeting the glute of the leg that's pressing down into the mat. So I want you to think about pushing your foot down into the mat and reaching your heel away from your shoulders. We're just gonna hold it here for about another 5, 6 seconds. So hold, 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 breathe, breathe, breathe. Pull the knee into the chest. Good. We've got 3, 2, and then release. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing on the opposite leg. All we're doing here is warming up the hips. So toe is pulling towards the shin, and you might have already noticed how one of your hamstrings or one of your legs could feel a little bit tighter than the other. It's good to be aware of that, but we're gonna work on balancing that out today. So lifting and lowering that leg, reaching the heel away from the body, pressing the lower back into the mat. Use an exhale to pull your foot right back up or pull your leg right back up. And just reaching the heel away from the body. Good, give me 2 more. And then as you finish up with that, we're going to reset. By the way, you should not be able to touch your heel with your hand. So if my heel is too close towards my booty, I'm gonna stress out my knee. I don't wanna be able to touch my heel towards my hand. Lift the hips up and we're just gonna hold this position. So we're targeting this glute right here. We're warming up our hips by just holding this exercise. Really pull the knee in towards the chest, fire up the core, fire up the glutes. You have 3, 2, and then 1. From here, I just want you to come onto your side, almost like you're gonna do a side plank. Shoulders over the elbow, palm is flat on the ground, toes are pulling towards the shin. Go ahead and put your opposite hand on your hip, and then we're just going to lift that top leg. So the first leg lower that we did was up and down. On this one, we're doing a side leg lift, so we're targeting the muscles on the outside of the hip. Keeping the ankle active, toe is pulling towards the shin. Try not to sink into your shoulder, so you're just gonna press into that forearm. Lifting and lowering, you might start to feel your booty burn a little. That is a good thing. We got about 10 more seconds. Good. Let's do 3 more together. This is 3, 2, and then 1. From there, everything that we do on one leg, we want to make sure that we're balancing out and doing on the opposite side. So let's go ahead and switch. So shoulders over the elbow, palm is flat on the ground, toes are pulling towards the shin, and then whenever you're ready, you're just going to lift and lower this top leg. So coming right to the end of your range of motion, you don't need to kick that leg up. You're just gonna lift and slowly lower down. We've got about 10 seconds left. Make sure that you're pressing into the forearm that's on the ground so that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. And let's do 3 more on this leg. That's 3, 2, and then 1. From here, we're gonna come into an adductor stretch, so inner thigh. Leg is out to the side. You're gonna be in a half kneeling position on the opposite side, and all we're going to do is we're just gonna rock our hips forwards and backwards. You should feel a lovely stretch all throughout the inner thigh. Make sure that the bottom of the foot or the bottom of the shoe isn't on the mat. You wanna keep an active ankle by pulling the toe towards the shin. So again, a lovely stretch all throughout the inner thigh. Give me 3 more of these. And then we're gonna turn it into an external rotation. So staying in this exact same position, I just want you to roll the top of the thigh towards the ceiling. So just lifting up, slowly lowering down. Now, if this is the first time doing this exercise, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable, so slow it down, see as far as you can go, and then slowly release. Lifting up and lowering down. Good. Let's do 3 more together. That's 3, 2, and then 1, and we're gonna go ahead and switch to the opposite side. So starting with our adductor rock, so we're just gonna be rocking the hips forwards and backwards. Bottom of the foot is not on the mat, keeping an active ankle, toe is pulling towards the shin. We're just gonna press the hips forwards and backwards. Leg is out to the side, keep a straight line from the head all the way to the tailbone, and just press your hips forward and right back to the top. So let's do 3 more of these rocks, and then we're gonna come into those rotations. So all you wanna do is roll the top of your thigh towards the ceiling and replace the foot. So not thinking about the toe pointing towards the ceiling, what you wanna do is you wanna rotate the thigh, since that is the closest part of the leg that's attached to the hip. Good. Let's do 3 more, slow and controlled. 2, and then 1, and then we're gonna come right back down to the mat. So this is one of my all-time favorite hip exercises. It is a little bit challenging, but I promise you, you'll start to see the benefits of it. Shoulders over the elbow, palm is flat on the ground, forearm is on the ground. I just want you to lift yourself up with both knees bent, and we're just gonna hold this position. So you're focusing on that bottom shin pressing down into the mat and the hips pressing forwards. If you want a little bit more, you can always extend that top leg. We're only holding this for about 15 seconds. We've got about 5 more seconds left to go. Good, there's 3, 2, and then 1, coming down. Take a quick reset, and we'll do that 2 more times. So whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, lift yourself up. So knees can stay bent, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're gonna reach the top leg out. Your primary focus is on driving your shin down into the mat and pressing your hips forward for 3, 2, and then 1. We'll do 1 more of those, 15 seconds short. Whenever you're ready, take a deep breath in, and then set it up, lifting up. So knees can be resting on top of each other, or if you want a little bit more challenging variation, you can try to elevate that and straighten that top leg. 5 more seconds, pressing the hips forward for 3, 2, and then 1. Same thing on the opposite side. So we call this an isometric side plank. We're just holding the side plank. Focus is on driving the shin down into the mat, pressing the hips forward. So start with knees bent, shoulders over the elbow, palm is flat on the ground, lift yourself up, and hold. Again, top leg can extend, or if you feel a little bit more comfortable with knees bent, go ahead and do that. Good, almost there. Reaching the top leg, for 3, 2, and then 1. Quick 5-second transition. Take a quick breath. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna take another inhale, and on the exhale, lift yourself up. Pressing the hips forward, really driving the shin down towards the mat. Now, if you are a runner or a cyclist, I promise you this is gonna be your new favorite mobility exercise. It's a little challenging, but it has big benefits. 1 more. Let's wait for those 5 seconds, and then whenever you're ready, lift yourself up and hold. So really thinking about pressing the shin down into the mat, press the hips forward. The good news is after we finish this exercise, we're gonna be coming up to standing to test out your brand new hips. Good. Let's go ahead and come on up to standing. All right, so the next exercises are all going to be standing. We're gonna start with a sumo lean. So you're gonna have a wide stance, toes are pointed out. I like to step on my mat like this so that I can line one foot up with one edge of the mat, and then I can point my toe on the opposite side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down into that sumo squat, and then I just want you to lift right side only. Heel is going to lift up. So right now we're working the inner and the outer thighs. You're just gonna lift the heel up, keep driving the knees back. You don't need to go fast. You're just lifting, resetting. Good. Let's do 3, 2, and then 1. Everything that we do on one leg, we're gonna make sure to do on the opposite leg. So whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and come on down into that sumo squat. And then all we're gonna focus on is lifting the heel up and slowly lowering down. So knees are driving back. Really focusing on pressing knees back, keeping chest up, slowly lifting the heel, slowly lowering the heel right back down. You only have about 6 more seconds, so let's do 3, 2, last one. Good, go ahead and come on up to standing. Now this is a balancing exercise, but it's all about stabilizing the hip. So I just want you to balance on one leg. You're gonna lift one knee up to the chest and you're just going to hold. Try not to point the toe, you're gonna flex the foot, toe is pulling towards the shin, and I want you to really feel the glutes and the hamstrings stabilize that standing leg. Go, we got 3 more seconds, and then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the opposite foot. Let's go ahead and switch. So balance on the opposite leg. Really standing up nice and tall, crown of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. Good. So this is a really, really great exercise if you find that you have trouble with balance. Obviously it's a balancing exercise, but what we're doing is we're actually training all of those stabilizing, let's go ahead and switch side, all those stabilizing muscles of the hip to hold us upright. So we'll do that one more time on each side. If you did want to make this workout a little bit more challenging, you could always hold onto a weight, a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Otherwise, enjoying our new hips. Let's go ahead and switch sides last time. So really standing up nice and tall. Another way to challenge yourself with just body weight is to really try to pull that knee up towards the chest without falling forwards. Working on your posture at the exact same time. Toe is pulling towards the shin. We've got 3, 2, and then 1. So for our final exercise of the set, we're gonna be testing out our new set of hips with some tempo squats. So the whole goal is to do a basic air squat. So go ahead and set yourself up for a squat. You're just gonna slowly lower down on a 5 count for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna pause at the bottom and then lift yourself up. So we're gonna slowly lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom, and then lift yourself up. So as you lower down into that squat, I want you to think about driving the knees away from each other, keeping the chest up, reaching the tailbone down towards the ground, and pushing yourself out. If you find that squats are challenging, you could always hold onto a wall, a chair, something to help keep you upright. But again, slowly going down on a 5 count, 5, 4, 3, 2, pushing yourself up out of it. Let's do 2 more together, just like that. Slowly lower down. 2, and then pushing up. Good. 1 more. Let's go down for 5, 4. We're gonna pause at the bottom for 3, 2, and pause for 3, 2, and 1. So that right there was our hip mobility for beginners. I want you to let me know how that felt on your hips. My name is Charlee Atkins. This is Well+Good's Trainer of the Month Club. And if you love today's workout and you wanna see some more, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you next time on the mat.